Alright, hello everyone and welcome. DSP here, live on the stream. Today is Tuesday, May 9th, 2017. Welcome. Today's technically the beginning of the week for me because Monday was my day off this week. You know, day away from streaming, even though I did upload a ton of videos to YouTube. Today is the day when I start with my daily live streams. We're going to have a lot of double down days today. Okay. Meaning that there's going to be like 2 gameplay streams a day here on my Twitch channel. Alright, looking forward to the week. You know, good stuff going on. I'm going to be continuing with lots of playthroughs, you know, Prey, eventually the Neo DLC after I finish Prey, and then, you know, Persona 5 will be balanced with all of that during the week. So it's going to be a good week in my opinion. I hope that you're excited as well for what's going to be coming up this week, okay? So I'm late today. I'm late for basically because this morning I woke up, and sometimes this happens. Sometimes you wake up and a bunch of stuff happens either overnight or early in the morning, and it just kind of piles up, and you wake up and you check your emails or whatever, and you're like, oh shit, well, now there's a bunch of stuff that people either need my answer on, or they need some action from me, and they need it right away in order to get something to keep moving. And so I need to do that either now or later. If I do it later, then it delays the whole thing. This is not anything related to anything that you guys are interested in, trust me. So you don't need to know about it. But bottom line is there's a few things I needed to do this morning, and I was like, son of a bitch. So I said, let me just do them now. So I did them then, and it delayed the stream. It is what it is. It's not a huge deal. We'll have a little bit less gameplay of Prey today on the stream, but that's life, okay? So right now we're going to be doing Prey for about 3 to 4 hours, depending on, you know, how long my break is. And then tonight, I'll be doing more Persona 5. Pretty excited about Persona 5. I've been wanting to get back to it, and I've been on hold because of all the other games I've been playing. You know, I really like the game, and sad that it's actually been so long since I was able to play it. Last time I played it, I was in the dungeon, the Futaba's, you know, Egyptian palace for the entirety of the stream. So, really, at this point, it looks like I'll be probably finishing up the dungeon, which is good. Because we'll get some story progression, thank goodness. Which I'm certainly looking for at this point. So, yeah, that's going to be tonight at 7 p.m. roughly Pacific time. There'll be about 2 hours of gameplay of that. And then tomorrow will be highly dependent on what happens today. Meaning tomorrow there may be more Prey in Persona. But whenever I finish Prey, I'm going to be reviewing it. So, depending on when I finally finish Prey, I'll be working on the review for KO Gaming. And then I'll also be, you know, going to Neo. The Neo DLC that I started last week has been on hold for quite some time. That will resume once I finish Prey. Okay. And balancing that with Persona. And as I said in the weekend preview, at the end of this week, if we get time for it, I will be maybe playing something new. I am well aware that there are a few games that are coming out this week or already came out today that are they're not huge games. They're certainly not things that have a lot of hype around them or anything like that. They're smaller releases, smaller scale releases. But I'm interested in maybe checking them out if I have time this weekend, but they're not anything that I wanted to drop my current playthroughs for to jump into. Okay. So yeah, that's the deal, folks, for today and for the rest of the week. I hope that you'll join me here live on stream every day, when you can. If not, you can always check out the videos on YouTube on DSPGaming. As usual, we're back to usual. Now everything's back to normal with the upload schedule on DSPGaming. Nothing is, you know, screwed up or anything like it was last week. But speaking of that, I do want to give everyone an update because for the last few days, actually it's been since the middle of last week, so it's almost been a full week now. I basically I just totally botched that one. Let's try that again. I severed my ties, that's what I meant to say, with any partnership network whatsoever, and I decided to go solo on YouTube. I wanted to see if I don't partner with any network, and I had my own personal ads running on videos. How would this work? What kind of revenue would I bring in? You know, how profitable actually is YouTube when you just have your own personal ads running on videos as opposed to being with a network, a partner network. Because the truth of the matter is, I've been with a partner network ever since I started doing YouTube for a living. I was with Machinima for quite some time. And, you know, then for 2 months I was with Curse. And then I said, you know, let's see what happens. After dealing with a few networks that sadly were not up to snuff, let's put it that way. You know, I was in talks with a few networks, and they wanted to recruit me from Curse, and they promised me the world, and then didn't deliver. And I said, well, enough is enough with these networks. Let's see what happens if I just go solo, okay? It's not looking so good. Let's put it that way, okay? It just didn't look, it's not so good at all. From what I'm seeing, it looks like the amount of money that you can make on a personalized AdSense account for an individual versus one through a managed partnership, but through a partnership to a network, any network, seems like it's worse. I guess, I mean, this is just an assumption. I don't know if it's true or not because I don't know the behind the scenes stuff. But the truth of the matter is, folks, that sadly, it doesn't look like you make as much money for whatever reason. And it doesn't really, there's no explanation. It's not like there's any kind of guidelines for this. And the reason really that I wanted to try doing it by myself for a little bit here and to see what would happen is because so many people had come to me over the years and said, Phil, why are you still with the network? Phil, what is the benefit of being with the network? That being with a network is a waste of time. Being with a network is, you know, they take your money. They take a cut of your ad revenue on YouTube. And what do they really do for you? Now, when I was with Machinima, okay, when I was with Machinima, I was getting a managed partnership. And because I had the managed partnership, that was a benefit. That was a massive benefit. Not getting content ID claims or copyright issues, not having my videos blocked or muted or anything like that was a huge asset. And I was able to have the freedom to play whatever game I wanted to play. And that was the major benefit of being in a partnership, right? And then, you know, when that was severed back in, what was that, March? And I was looking for another network. Basically, no network offers a managed partnership anymore. And I get it. It's kind of a thing that's fallen by the wayside at this point. YouTube really doesn't want to have any kind of copyright issues with anyone, so they just let everyone claim whatever the fuck they want, which, by the way, is completely illegal, but we won't get into that right now. And these networks don't want to necessarily vouch for content creators because they don't want to get in trouble. Okay? So, you know, I said, you know, if I would only go with another partner network if they were to basically give me something better than what I had. And of course, I got promised the world by a couple partner networks and ended up being basically kind of lied to about what I was going to be given. And so last week, I just severed ties with everything. I said, no, I just want to go solo. And I've been under this personal AdSense, you know, thinking, okay, so it's the same ads, right? It's going to be the same advertisements running on my videos that you would get with the partner networks, or is it? And the thing is, how do you know? I don't know. It's not like you can see, there's no page by which you can see, these are the advertisements running on your videos, and this is the payout for the advertisements. That doesn't exist. I think that's a major problem with YouTube, is that even though content creators have the ability to monetize their videos, they literally have no control over how you do it. Basically, you just flip a switch and say, yes, put ads on my videos, and that's it. All freedom of control is gone. Now, if you actually paid attention years ago, there was this one issue where this particular YouTuber had partnered with a particular game publisher and had his advertisements running on all other gaming YouTubers' videos. And I had major issue with this because at this point I was still huge on YouTube. And I was like, how is it fair that I am a YouTuber who's trying to make a living doing this, you know, playing video games, and I've got a competing guy running ads on my videos? Now, I understand that I make money on those ads, but at the same time, I don't want those. I wish I could opt out of those ads. Well, that doesn't exist. There's still, to this day, 4 or 5 years later, there's no way to control what advertisements are on your videos, which is bullshit. There should be. You should have control, but YouTube never instituted that because, again, YouTube is so busy redesigning the site 14 times to look like a fucking shitty textbook page and, you know, doing all this completely worthless shit behind the scenes that doesn't benefit anyone. They don't actually do useful things. So, fast forward to today, you know, I'm on this normal AdSense now for about a week. I wanted to see, you know, how profitable it would be. And it's not like I'm not making money, all right? But it's nowhere near what I was making when I was with Curse for those 2 months. And it's like kind of jaw-dropping, the difference, the disparity. And I'm looking at it like, and here's the thing. At first I thought it was an error or that something was screwed up. I thought that maybe the ads weren't running or that maybe all the videos hadn't been monetized or something. Because the bottom line is this past weekend, my views went up. You know, I started Prey on Friday, the new release, and all this weekend, viewers came in and watched the Prey video. So the views are actually good right now. On DSPGaming, they spiked. So I'm thinking, oh, there's a spike in views, you get a spike in revenue. And really, it didn't happen like that. To the point where I'm kind of like, this is shitty. Like, could this be true? Is this really what everyone who hasn't been in a partnership has been putting up with forever? You know? You know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand the system because I've always been in a partnership forever. I've never been in this personal AdSense. The last time I was in a personal AdSense was in 2010. And back then, everything was different. That was back when ads were insanely profitable. Like, crazy profitable. Really just insane. So, today things are way different. So anyway, after about a week of a kind of experimenting with this personal AdSense, I have to say I am not very pleased with the results at all. The results look pretty bad. To the point where it looks like, you know, at least I was bringing in money. I mean, that's the one, at least for the week I was bringing in money. So that's good. But there's no way I could keep this up. Like, I already have a terrible week here on YouTube. A few days I had no income. And then for the few days I had low income. There's no way I can keep this business going with a personal AdSense from what I can see. It just does not look that good at all. And now, here's the thing. There's a lot of YouTubers who do personal AdSense, and they became huge. Like, vloggers in particular. I know there's a bunch of YouTube vloggers, right? That they do these kind of comedy skits or vlogging videos daily. And a lot of them have come out recently and said, we can't do this as a job anymore because YouTube ad revenue has plummeted, right? I get it. I mean, if they were already making dramatically less than what you could make with a network, and then that got cut by like half, I certainly can understand where they're coming from when they say we can't do this as a job anymore. I mean, holy shit. That's got to be terrible, man. Imagine that. Imagine if, you know, you for years you've been just doing this and you're very successful and you're getting millions of views and you buy a house and you got a family and everyone's depending on you as the breadwinner, right? And then all of a sudden, not only does the, you know, the ad revenue halve, but it was already kind of shitty to begin with. I mean, that's bad. I mean, at least in my situation, I'm a little bit lucky because at the right time, I decided to diversify a couple months ago, right? And now I've got the balance between Twitch and YouTube. So luckily, this isn't my 100% source of income, right? Right? It makes sense. It's better to do it this way because at least I have something to fall back on. Now, it's not great. I'll be honest. I don't make enough on Twitch to support my entire existence. I don't. I do want to say thank you to all of you who have been supportive on Twitch these past few months, right? Oh, and Tantamouter just did a 50-bit cheer and said, yay, diversification. And there you have it. Thank you, Tantamouter. And this is why. Because we got cheers, because we've got tips and subs and everything going on here on Twitch daily. And because I changed my video style up to interact with people, I've been able to keep doing this, you know, and it looks like, hopefully, and I say this knock on wood, fingers crossed, arms twisted, that I should be able to keep doing this for a living. Of course, now I've got a whole week in May now where I made basically no money on YouTube. And this is not good. This is not a good thing, okay? To the point where I don't know if maybe something is wrong. Like, did something go wrong when I switched to the normal AdSense? But the thing is, it doesn't seem like that, okay? By the way, shout out to Phantom Peace, who just subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Phantom Peace, for subscribing. Sadly, you will not get a pop-up unless, I guess there's a button there that says share that information. If you click that button or whatever, you'll get a pop-up message on the stream. But I guess if you don't click it, it doesn't show up. I guess they changed the way that it works on Twitch now. I'm not sure. But that's why you didn't get a pop-up, but give you a shout-out anyway. So anyway, all that being said, yeah, you know, this past week was not good. To the point where I'm surprised. I'm seriously questioning, did something go wrong with going to the normal AdSense? Because here's the thing, I'm clicking all my videos, and I've checked videos from, you know, today. I checked videos from a few months ago. I checked videos from playthroughs like maybe 3-4 years ago, and then I checked playthroughs from like the beginning of DSPGaming. Every single video I clicked on had an ad. So in that regard, the ads are there. Okay, the advertisements are there and they're enabled. It's not like there was an error when all the videos were trying to be enabled for advertisements or anything like that. It seems like everything was good. So with that being said, I don't know what could be happening that the ad revenue is so low with normal AdSense, besides that it's way lower. Now, I've actually heard that a few people are saying that, well, if you don't understand, MCNs, or partner networks, I guess I should say. That's the common name for them, even though a lot of people call them NCNs. They have these exclusivity deals for certain advertisements, and or if you're in say a partner network that has a lot more clout. So let's say a big network like Curse, right? Curse is actually one of the well-known networks. Oh, thanks to Alex Harvey Conrad for the 25-bit cheer. Thank you, Alex Harvey Conrad. Appreciate that. But anyway, one of these bigger networks, you know, now I don't even want to say anymore because I used to say, oh, Maker. Yeah, but I heard Maker Studios is like falling apart at the seams and they're like not even going to be around anymore pretty soon or something like that. I don't know. A lot of rumors about these partner networks, but you know, there's some other Full Screen, right? There's one Broadband TV. I'm trying to think. There's like 2 or 3 other ones that are pretty big out there that everyone kind of knows. All right. Well, apparently they have, you know, teams that go out there and recruit better advertisements. And apparently get those advertisements associated with their network, so when people partner with them, those better ads run on the videos, and their partners make more money. Now, to me, that sounds like that's a huge asset. Doesn't that sound like a huge positive thing that you would get from a partnership network, right? Like, wouldn't you want that? So why is it that there's people, so many people, by the way, it's not just like 2 people, it's like thousands of people are under the impression that when you partner with a network that you're basically losing money because the network takes a cut of your ad revenue, and therefore it's not worth it and it's a waste of time, and it's only people who aren't in the know are doing this. That doesn't sound right to me. Okay? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It just seems to me like, people just don't know what they're talking about. And there's a lot of misinformation on the internet. Like, I looked. Trust me, I looked. I could not find one factual analysis of revenue on a personal AdSense versus being with a network at all. Like, there's no data whatsoever on it. It's just like, well, you know, fly by the seat of your own pants and figure it out for yourself. To which I'm like, well, that's not a good philosophy. I'd love to know if there's actually information about this stuff before you go for, you know, doing it or checking it. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening in regards to this, but at least from what I'm seeing and from me trying to figure it out from my own perspective, being a week on normal AdSense was awful, all right? And already, I mean, I'll be honest with everyone, I had 3 days where I didn't make any money at all because I had no advertisements on my videos, and then I've had like about 3 or 4 days now with the normal AdSense, and the earnings are terrible. Okay? So I don't know. I don't know what at this point I'm kind of like scratching my head. I'm thinking maybe the best thing to do would be to kind of go back to the partnership that I had with Curse. Because it was doing all right. Trust me, it wasn't doing great. It wasn't like, wow, I'm rolling in dough. But it was decent money, and I was balancing that with Twitch, and it was basically paying the bills, right? And I don't think that ad revenue is ever going to go up. You know, with a partnership network, I think at this point YouTube has already screwed themselves and shot themselves in the foot so many times that these advertisers that were paying the big bucks probably aren't coming back. even though YouTube is frantically trying to institute new systems to prevent advertisements to go on like terrorist videos and racist videos, I don't think it's going to work. And I think these advertisers are pretty much done, and they realize they're not getting any kind of return on investment for when they're running ads on YouTube, because YouTube basically doesn't attract the kind of viewer base and customer base that's going to spend money on stuff. Let's face it, the vast majority of people who are watching YouTube videos are probably kids, right? They're probably kids. Kids who are there just to screw around. They don't have any money. They're only on YouTube because it's free. And they're here to watch stupid videos. Show me a prank video. Show me a drama insult video. You know, show me a fucking video of a girly looking man who screams at a camera while he's playing a scary game, because it makes me laugh because he looks like a girl and makes me feel better about myself. Those are the main viewers of YouTube these days. You know, they don't buy stuff. They're not going to watch a YouTube video and watch an ad and say, wow, what an insightful ad about how, you know, I should go buy this really highly rated safety vehicle, you know, because it has all these high safety ratings. Let me go buy this car. Oh, wait, I'm 12. See what I mean? And that's kind of the thing, is I think that that's what's happening, is now finally these advertisers have wisened up and they're realizing that this is not an effective market, right? It's just not. And really, I think those who are doing gameplay videos in particular, like me, have realized that YouTube is not the place to be. It's time to move on and find other venues, right? And for me, I would love to move, like I've said this a million times, I would love, absolutely love, to move over to Twitch full time, all right? And not to say that I would not put videos on YouTube, because I would always put videos on YouTube, because there's always a market. YouTube's where I got my start, you know? But you gotta evolve with the times, and right now, all the data that I'm seeing is pointing me towards forget YouTube, don't focus on that at all, that's the legacy, and you gotta focus on what's new and what's different and what's in, and right now, Twitch is in. Twitch is the big thing right now for gamers, right? By the way, shout out to Duke XJT for the 75-bit cheer. Thank you, Duke XJT, I appreciate that. So, folks, the bottom line is, right now, the experiment's been going on for about a week, and it was not a very successful experiment, at least from what I'm seeing. Being out of a network does not really benefit at all. In fact, all the information people saying that's the case seems to be the complete opposite. All right. And that being said, it looks like I'm probably going to end up going back to a network. It might be Curse, it might be someone else. But I gotta see what's the best option out there. Right now, I believe Curse is actually probably the best from what I've seen. You know, we'll go from there. Okay? So, that's the truth, folks. We'll see. But, here's the deal. I need your help, obviously. Now, of all this shit going on, right? And me, you know, kind of being in limbo here with what I'm going to do on YouTube, I've had a week where I've made, like, shit income on YouTube. Twitch has been good. Don't get me wrong. Twitch has actually been pretty good, especially since I started last week with some of the Neo stuff and Prey. There's been a few really good streaming days here when it comes to, you know, you guys cheering and tipping and subbing and all that, and I do appreciate that very much. But I got to keep that going, all right? I have to, because right now I'm kind of really leaning hard on Twitch to pay my bills. And as you know, there's always that 2-month delay, right? So for me, I'm nervous because right now is the month of May. So that means I'm probably okay for May and June. But come July, when I'm going to be getting paid for my income for May, I've already got a whole week that's gone. A whole week where I made no money on YouTube. And I don't know what's going to happen. I'm very nervous. At least by then, I'll have this current car that I have will be gone. And therefore, at least in that regard, I'll be saving some money on the car payment and the car insurance. But outside of that, I'm nervous. So, I need your help yet again. And I know I keep saying this. It never really freaking clears up. I told you, there's always something new. There's always something different. There's always another challenge, another hurdle, and another problem, right? So that being said, I'm trying to survive. And I need your support. So, if you like what I'm doing, you like the streams, you want to see me keep doing this kind of gameplay. By the way, this month in particular is going to be a good one. You know, not only am I continuing all this stuff this week, next week is Injustice 2, which is going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to Injustice 2 next week. It's going to be pretty sweet. And then we've got Hate Live returning. I am going to do an episode of Hate Live, and I'm debating when I should do it. I'm almost thinking maybe I should do it this weekend if I do finish up with everything. If I do finish up with everything, like all the games that I'm playing, like Prey and the Neo DLC, then maybe I should do Hate Live this weekend, or maybe I should do it in a week or two. I'm not sure yet. I'm debating it, okay? You know, Friday the 13th comes out this month. There's a lot of good stuff this month, okay? So the streams are going to be great, but I do need your support, everyone, because right now I'm really heavily leaning on Twitch to keep me going, simply because I don't know what's going to happen with YouTube right now. Like I said, I think I'm probably going to have to go into another partnership. Just to kind of try to make money over there, which sucks. Like I said, I wish I could just not have to worry about that, but right now I'm stuck. If I get to a point here on Twitch where I get enough followers, enough viewers, enough people participating every day, where I'm making enough money to pay the bills, then I don't have to worry about YouTube anymore, okay? But I need to get to that point, and we're not there yet. We're getting there. It's getting better, but I need to keep it up, all right? Alright, I'm going to do some shoutouts, however, my Muxie has crashed, so hold on a second. I'm going to refresh it, and hopefully it'll actually give me the updated data here. Because I see that I got a tip and a cheer, and I want to give you the credit, but Muxie has crashed. Give me a second. And then we'll get to gameplay, but I just wanted to let everyone know what's going on. Come on. Load. Oh my god. Okay, finally. Dude, it loaded so slowly. Alright, so shout out to The Pastryarchy, who did a $5 tip. And he says, I have nothing clever to say this time, but here's some help. Thank you, Pastryarchy. And then thank you to Mobo Bomo, who did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, both of you. Appreciate that. Alright. So let me get everything on the laptop working, and then we're going to begin with Prey. So sadly in Prey, I'm kind of stuck. I'm kind of stuck because, well, not really stuck, but I was trying to do a side mission where you have to find this guy. Apparently his body is somewhere in the giant maintenance tunnel. But it must be well hidden because I can't find it. I spent like 20 minutes looking for this body and I couldn't find it. And I am low on health. I don't have any healing items. Not that that's going to be a huge deal because I know that there's going to be more coming up anyway. But it's kind of frustrating that I'm in a position now where I'm kind of stuck. And I'm not exactly sure if I should go back and... If you look in the terminals in this game, you can actually access them and then find out where the location of people are. I guess they all have like these location devices on them. So maybe if I go to a terminal, I can select this guy's name and then it'll show his location in the tube, the maintenance tube or whatever. The problem is there's no terminals nearby. From where I am, they're all pretty far away. And so it's frustrating because I'm in a position where it's like I could go all the way fucking back from where I started, which is going to take forever, or I could try to push forward, but I have no health and I need to get past enemies. So in that regard, pretty frustrating. And I don't know what to do. But once we get past that, then we can move on. There's tons of stuff going on, alright, in the game. I have multiple locations I could go to. I could go to the deep, what was it, the deep labs or the deep dive? I forget what it was called, deep something. Or I could go to try to figure out how to get to the living quarters, which I believe there's a key card for it hidden, and I could look for that. There's a lot going on. So the game has been very entertaining. I really like the game, and I'm looking forward to more today, and we're going to start in a moment, okay? Alright, everyone, so that is it for the pre-stream. I just want to say thank you for your support. Thanks for putting up with all the nonsense. We're almost through it. I think once I finally get everything settled here with the YouTube being partnered with someone and the Twitch going, I won't have to constantly be keeping you in the know about all this shit. I think we're to a point now where finally things are going to settle down and I'll be able to just focus on what I want to do. Okay? So we'll see. You know, I'm hoping, fingers crossed. Deep freeze, is that what it is, Derek? It might be deep freeze. I don't remember what it's called. We're going to find out, because I'm going to probably end up doing that today. So yeah, folks, that is good. Good thing, right? And hopefully, fingers crossed, we get some nice progress today. And I just want to say, reminder, if you do, if you do either, do cheer, if you, I think the cheer has to be 100 bits, or if you sub to the channel, and you click on the, you know, show everyone, or the refresh, or whatever it is, there's something you have to click on, and then it shows the pop-up message, or if you give me a tip, and I believe the tip threshold is $2 or more, you'll have a pop-up message on the stream that will show up, and I will give you an acknowledgement and say thank you. And, you know, thank you to everyone who does that. Excuse me, I am very appreciative of that. And, I need it, your help right now, because like I said, I had an entire week with no income really from YouTube now, and that sucks. Not that I was making tons of money from YouTube, but it's necessary to pay the bills, and it's going to be frustrating come July when, again, I'm in the same situation again because of all this going on, okay? Also, keep in mind, it's not just about that. You can also buy something from my Teespring store, right? My Teespring store, you know, has a new line of product. It's the Master of Stealth product line. You've seen this right now on the pre-stream. You can also pledge to my Patreon. There's many things you could do, all right? So if you like the streams, you want to see this keep going, please consider doing it. And thank you for anyone who does. All right, that's it, folks. Let's begin with Prey here on the stream. Thanks for being patient, and let's begin.